Hey YouTube, I just wanted to make a quick video about my Legend of Zelda collection. Now, The Legend of Zelda has been my favorite video game series of all time ever since I was a little kid and I first picked up a Game Boy. I remember it. I got my Game Boy Pocket, my blue one, on my birthday, and I got Pokemon Blue version and The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. And ever since that day, I've played Zelda games ever since, and it remains my favorite series. So first I thought I would just quickly show you some of my plushes and collectibles. This little guy right here is my Link plush I got from Nintendo World in New York City, and he makes a great display piece. He's from Phantom Hourglass, and he only costs $9.99. Now they do have a bigger version of this plush, but they must have been sold out or something that day, so I just picked this one up and I am very happy with it. If you're looking for Zelda collectibles, you know, they have quite a few things out there, and this thing is probably one of the least expensive items you can get. I definitely suggest you get this. You can find it on Amazon. I even saw them at a GameStop, so if you're lucky you can probably find them at GameStop too. Definitely a great buy for a good price. Now, again, when I went to Nintendo World, I found these little Zelda gashapons. And pretty much a gashapon is a Japanese toy that was put in capsules that you can get for cheap in Japan, but they cost like $3 or $4 here. And I'm very happy with my Link one, because Link is very rare. I guess they only come one per box, the guy from Nintendo World said. And the detail on this set is absolutely beautiful. So there's Link. I also went to Nintendo World and I got a Goron too, and a baby Goron. And then of course there's Tetra, the Phantom. He's missing his hand. And last but not least, Linebeck. You know, just very, very cool. Great collectibles, great display pieces. I'm very happy with those. And if you're looking to collect those, you can actually find them at local stores like Five Below, which sells them for cheap, or you can even find them at a place called FYE. They also have them there, so if you're looking for them, there's local stores around that you can find them. The next thing I have right here is this Legend of Zelda Link mug, and on the back it says Nintendo World in New York. I had to get this. This is a beautiful mug. You know, I use it just for display, and it was very cheap. I think it was $7 or $8, so definitely a great pickup. The last thing I have here, I only have one of them, but is The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, and it is the manga. For those of you who do not know, mangas are like a Japanese comic book or a Japanese book where you read it backwards, and it's a lot of pictures. And the cool thing with this one is it's got like an origin story of Majora's Mask, because I guess Majora's Mask used to be a dragon. You can see that, which is pretty cool. I am definitely looking forward to picking up the rest of the set. I haven't been able to go out to a Barnes & Noble lately, but these are very cheap, and I definitely suggest picking those up. Alright, so now we're going to go on to the games. My first game right here is The Legend of Zelda. Now, I haven't played this one as much as I have, say, Ocarina of Time or Wind Waker, stuff like that. I still have to give credit where credit is due, because this is definitely where the series started. Obviously, it's the first game, and this really is where, I mean, Zelda started from. So whenever I play an awesome Zelda game like Skyward Sword, I have to look back at this and, like, you know, I really do appreciate this game. It's quite hard though, so if you haven't played it, this is actually boxed and complete with the manual, with the maps and everything. Maybe I'll do a video about that if you guys are interested. But if you don't have a Nintendo, then you can get it on Game Boy, you can get it on the Wii, I believe you can get it on the 3DS. Definitely suggest picking that up to learn where Zelda first started. Alright, now, this was my first ever Zelda game. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I got it with my Game Boy Pocket. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I opened Pokemon Blue up first, played it for hours, And then I went right to this, and I fell in love with the series ever since. You know, the music, this game was just a very charming game. The graphics for its time were excellent, the dungeons were very clever, and the story was excellent. I really did like this game. I was a little kid, and I loved this game. This is definitely what started me on Zelda. Now to one of the best games ever made. Of course, that is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Again, this is the collector's edition, and this one is boxed and complete. However, I also have my original copy of The Legend of Zelda. I mean, it's been through a lot, it's got paint on it, it's pretty old, but, you know, it still works. And I remember going to Toys R Us one day when I was a little kid, and I picked up the gray Nintendo 64 with the lime green controller, and I got to pick one game, so I decided to go with Ocarina of Time. And this game ever since has been probably my top 5 favorite games of all time. I mean, everybody knows about this game. If you haven't played it, do yourself a favor. It's on 3DS. It's on the Wii shop. Go play this game, please. Alright, now on to my favorite Zelda game of all time. The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask. This is the collector's edition. And I also have the regular edition too. The difference is this one is just a regular cover, and the other one was more of a 3D cover. So when you like moved it like this, it moved in and out, and it was really cool. To me, this game just one-upped Ocarina of Time. It was very dark, very scary. I remember being very scared of this game. But you know, the side quests, there was a ton of them, there was a ton of collectibles, a ton of masks. It was just very fun. It was one of the games where I actually felt like I needed to do the side quests. One of my favorite one that comes to mind was the Cafe and Andrew side quest to get the couple's mask. If you're a Zelda fan, you know what I'm talking about. But this game was awesome. So what if there's only 4 dungeons? The masks made up for it, the side quests made up for it. It was a very, very dark game. This is my favorite video game of all time. If you have not played it and you are a Zelda fan, do yourself a favor. Again, it's on the Wii shop. Alright, quick, we're going to go right back to the Game Boy games. I have The Legend of Zelda: Oracle of Ages. I also had Seasons, but I traded it in a long time ago. And these were made by Capcom. And I really did like these games. They were good. The stories were good. It was cool to have, you know, a different developer making the Zelda games. And it's definitely fun to take Zelda games on the go. So definitely check these out if you still play your Game Boy a lot. Alright, now we're up to my second favorite Zelda game, and that is the Wind Waker. What I like about the Wind Waker the most is just the graphical style and the music. This Zelda game has the best music out of all the Zelda games. I don't care what anyone says. The music in this is absolutely beautiful. The world is beautiful, the cel-shaded graphic is beautiful. I remember first seeing this and I went, oh no, what are they doing to Zelda? But I fell in love with this game. My second favorite Zelda game, and it is awesome. It is so much fun to play. Again, please do yourself a favor and check this out. Alright, now we're going on to Twilight Princess. And I have the Twilight Princess game for the GameCube just because I like the controls better. And I like the traditional left-handed Link. But again, this game is absolutely beautiful. Graphical-wise, story-wise, it's great. It's probably one of the longer Zelda games, so it'll run you a good couple of hours. And the one problem with this game was it tried to be too dark, where Majora's Mask didn't even have to try. But again, if you like long, really long, fun games, this Zelda game is probably the longest one. I didn't like changing into the wolf so much, just because I thought it was very tedious. I much rather enjoyed just being Link. But I really enjoyed Midna as a character. I thought she was an excellent, excellent character. And of course I have The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D for the 3DS. I mean, obviously you have to have that. And this is so much more than just a graphical upgrade. They have the added bosses challenge. They put Master Quest on this. And I think I've played this like 3 times. I mean, obviously Nintendo's doing something right if you're playing a game that came out in '98 3 times on a 3DS. The graphics look absolutely amazing. If you have a 3DS and you're wondering which games to get, I would definitely go with this one if you're a Zelda fan. How could I forget this game? Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I don't care what anyone says about the Wii being underpowered. The graphics look phenomenal. And this was probably my 3rd favorite Zelda game. It probably goes Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, this, and then Ocarina of Time. Just, if you have a Wii, go buy it. I'm not saying anything else, go buy it. Now, I do have a few other games, some spin-off ones. This is actually the only one I brought with me. And Link, Sheik, Ganondorf, they were all in this game. And I brought this one because this was my favorite, which was Super Smash Bros. Melee. Now, I know they're in development for one right now for Wii U and 3DS, but this one, I liked it more than Brawl, and I liked it more than the original. I don't know why. I like the fast-paced action in this one, and maybe just the memories of me playing on the weekends with my friends in this game all the time. But if you're a Smash Bros. Fan, obviously you know what I'm talking about. And the last couple of things I have here are just quickly some strategy guides. I have, obviously, Skyward Sword strategy guide. I have Ocarina of Time 3D strategy guide. I have another Wind Waker guide. And then I have the official guide from Nintendo Power. So that was it. That was pretty much my Legend of Zelda collection. And, you know, it's definitely one of my favorite games of all time. So comment and tell me what game you like and why, you know, what things I should add to my Zelda collection. Alright, thanks guys.